morning. Today is Saturday. It's almost 9, and this is when I'm here. Sorry. I had like a full-on shutdown on Thursday, and I'm still kind of trying to recover from that. So we're not doing anything new today. We're just doing magic, and hopefully that's okay. So last night I actually played some Magic too. I've been playing a lot of Magic, I think, to cope. And last night I drafted twice the new Edge of Eternity set. And in some ways it's a little bit of a bummer that I didn't stream it because I did really well. I went 7-2 and 5-3. The 7-2 deck was just kind of insane because I was drafting blue-black artifacts, and I got the legendary black enchantment, which, by the way, took me like 3 tries to use that thing properly because I kept thinking it was going to grab something from the graveyard. It doesn't. It grabs a thing from exile. So I got that. I got Tezzeret as well. So that was great because that was like pack 2 and I was already building artifacts, so I was like, sweet. Yeah, that, probably some more good artifacts too. I also got the red-blue artifact, put the +1/+1 counter on, but I only ran that like the first 2 games, and when I got a loss, I was like, I'm never going to end up playing this, and I feel like the deck is strong enough without it, even though it's a good card. So I just went straight blue-black. And then my color fixing wasn't so much of an issue, and I was able to kind of just go through. But yeah, so that was that one. Oh, another card that went very well in that one was I had the artifact that says when artifact creatures deal damage, it does 2 poison counters to the opponent. I actually got a poison win at one point, and it was a factor and a threat multiple games. So I feel like that card is maybe undervalued, but in the right deck, which this was the right deck, it was a factor and important. I'm trying to remember other cards that the deck had. I don't know. But the draft was good enough that after I drafted and had built the deck and I was sitting there, I was like, should I start streaming right now? And I was like, no, I'm too tired. And then I went 7-2 and I was like, dang it. But, sometimes I think I do better off stream than I do on stream because I'm not multitasking in terms of like reading the chat and stuff like that. So anyway, that was the one build. Was blue-black artifacts, went 7-2, and then right after that I was like, well, I just earned a bunch of currency and stuff, I'll draft again. And then I went 5-3 with a build that was white-black, and my pack 1 pick 1 was the 2 black legendary guy who, when creatures deal combat damage, you get a card draw and lose a life. And then I also had the 1 white black, I think, or it might be 1 white black, or possibly 2 white black. That sounds more right. Legendary white black dude who says when it enters and when it attacks, your creatures get +1/+0 and death touch. Yep, Elegy Alkalite was the first guy, and then the other one I don't know. But the powers of those 2 combined, and then I also actually splashed blue for the white-blue, I want to say it's a rare, that whenever you cast your second spell in a turn, you get a drone. Might be an uncommon, but you get a drone token. How many points to How many points to redeem a Hearthstone draft, though? Not today. Not today. I don't know if you missed the beginning of the Spiel Super Race. I had like a full shutdown on Thursday, and so I'm just like, my brain is not. Although I guess I did well in my drafts on Friday, so I don't know. Maybe on special interest things, I'm like okay, but things like talking and trying new things, not so much. Letters rebooted in go mode. Yeah. Um, so yeah, that's why I kind of was taking a pause on the Unplayed series, and I might not even be streaming for like a long time today, but I'm still trying to like keep my routine sort of. I'm stuck on focus face. Probably, yes. Um, so yeah, I did well in the drafts, but I don't even know if I want to do a draft right now. Like, maybe I'll just keep trying to do, maybe I'll just keep trying to do standard. Okay, so I built this deck that I think is actually just bad. No, I wanna show it. There we go. Originally when I built this, it was, white-green, and my whole thing was like trying to get like a bunch of early creatures by tapping them down with the station lands, for creatures like Glimmer Seeker, and I had the green one that manifests when you put stuff out, or when it gets tapped. But yeah, I feel like trying to play white without 12 copies of Cosmogrand Zenith. I don't even know if I have one copy of Cosmogrand Zenith. What is that? I have no copies of it. Oh, that doesn't even like go with the theme. So the whole theme of the thing is just trying to go wide by having like a bunch of small stuff. But I actually think it's working even worse now that it's mono white. So I was kind of considering maybe going back into green at least a little bit, so that I can also have 8 of these lands again. You know, it doesn't go with the theme of the card, snowballs heinously hard. Yeah, I ended up putting the Wormwall Sweepers back in to help try to tap, but it's really better if you have the lands. And if you run 8 of them, the odds are you have at least one. So I think I'm going to put green back in here. I'm just going to edit this really quickly. This one, Defiant Survivor. And then I had like, what's it called? I had the Beastie, but I ultimately felt like I didn't have much that I even wanted to cheat out, because this isn't really about that. It's about like trying to go wide really early. Green got another toy that really just helps this deck pop off with it. Oh yeah? Wyatt says, this just in, don't be you and watch a sad documentary in the morning. But then, if you watch a sad documentary at night, then you have nightmares. Or at least I would. If I go back to the lands and get the green one, this one. Gene Pollinator? Let me look. Oh. Yes. I will allow it. Drop that. It's been tearing up draft. Dude, I don't know that I've drafted green yet. Oh, I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I can't remember past yesterday's drafts. I do really like the flexibility of Rally the Monastery because it can get me more creatures, but it can also destroy things, which is good. So that's kind of why it's a curved topper. And then, of course, you got your Lumen class frigate. Frigate. Meh. And Reluctant Role Model has actually been surprisingly helpful as well. Maybe I get rid of Helpful Hunter. Because that was an addition. Valor's Flagship is an option. True, yeah. And yeah, I did at one point have the it's modal, so both halves of it work. I had 2 copies of this guy. See, the problem is that right now in Standard, I'm usually dead by turn 4. It's just the way Standard is right now. So, I feel like having to wait until even turn 3 to put this guy out. It's just like, it's too late. Unless I can just get stupid board presence early on. Maybe I drop some Make Your Moves and just rely on Get Lost. That seems risky though. But I do have Rally the Monastery in that mode for creatures. So it's really only if I need artifact or enchantment removal, which is maybe more common now. See, I like that Make Your Move can get rid of the, like, fatty nightmares. If you know what I mean. You know, the ones that, like, sit there for a while and then eventually become creatures. Good God. Maybe this was a mistake. Whatever, we're doing it. We're doing it. I'm gonna have fewer restoration magics, and I'll go to 23. Oh, and I should probably get some other lands, huh? You have a cheeky combo that I might enjoy? Oh, yes? See, I would run this, except most of the deck is white, so this doesn't actually work. Just have to remember the name of the good card because your brain just shut off. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sheltered by Ghosts. Yeah, that was in this at one point. Some stuff doesn't bother you, other stuff just hits that spot and you're upset for 2 hours. Oh hey, it's the Bandity Ban. Sheltered by Ghosts with a Stelly Reclaimer. What am I gonna put in? I could put in Etched Cornfield. Maybe I'll just do some Blossoming Sands and call it a day. Okay. A Stelly Reclaimer. Can get you multiple extra copies of that Sheltered. Interesting. Yeah, maybe not for this deck, but for a future deck. I'm gonna try running this, see if we can get it to do stuff. But like I said, I'm not sure if it's salvageable. I'm really not. But I just had this idea of like, oh, you know, with all these stations now, it works kind of well. They've always been a bit mid. Yeah, but I was hoping that this could be the thing that finally makes them work, you know? I hate when they ban the card, but it's still technically in the game. Like, if it's banned, just take it out of the game so we don't have to see that. Full 4 of the card that we can't use. Oh no. Oh no. I guess I'll just do another Gene Pollinator. I do enjoy this though because I can just have it be tapped and then I get the thing right. What? I mean, like, I guess it fixed it for me, so. Station lands make Auto Tapper have a field day. Oh hey look, it's the thing I need to destroy. I mean, I could take out both of them using Split Up. Theoretically. Nah, I'll just take out the one thing. And that's why. Because it dies anyway. Boo! Boo, I say. Moving cards like Steel Cutter would fundamentally change those formats.
The real battle begins. More heroes.
Well, time to kill Elspeth.
Join the fight.
See what I mean? Where it's like this deck just doesn't work? I'm not sure, like, I don't think it's salvageable. Like, I'll try one more, but I might just end up trashing this deck. So it just doesn't seem to work. I personally was very happy when Corey Steelcutter got banned. It made the, it made everybody who understands competitive balance yeah, like, okay, maybe it does work, I just have to draw the right cards. If I want to play Cheat Doggo, you may have another bad on-theme card to make it work. The Dawn Strike Vanguard. Oh no, I love Dawn Strike Vanguard. They're great. Oh, we're playing against probably mono green. Try to slow them down. Yeah, I definitely had a Dawn Strike Vanguard in the deck that went 5-3 last night, and it mattered often. Card can win, but we do know it's one of Edge of Eternity's weakest uncommons. Probably because it's so high cost, I would think. The point of having two was one, redundancy for tapping, but two, it gains you twice as much life. Now you're gaining 2 life for every creature instead of 1, so that's why. Oh, I just realized I think you were being sarcastic, my bad. It's more the Boros theme in Edge isn't nice. Could be worse. It could be the immediate Hydra. You were being sarcastic up until I explained the actual reason for doing it. Oh, okay. So maybe I helped. I'm gonna save Rally the Monastery for the inevitable Hydra. Now combat. Okay. I can take like 7 or whatever they're gonna do. There's the Hydra. But it does not have haste. Hugs! They're gonna do a Fighty McFighterton. That was why I was trying to consider, do I actually want to do this? In case anybody was wondering, that was why. Alright, I believe we can do this, and then destruction. And I'm going to, oh wait, I will do that one, and then swing. I don't have an artifact to copy yet, so I'm not like in a huge rush. Chocobo, 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 chocobo. If you don't hug me, feels like you're doing something wrong. Ah. Cool. 3, 4, 5, 6. I could protect my whole field now. Yeah. Aww. Yes. Haven't seen this card yet. It's a cool art. Looks like a comic book. Anybody else turn face up? No? Alright. I think we'll just draw another card. I mean, I don't have an artifact I control or an enchantment, so we're gonna do more stationing. Oh, I can make another thingamajigger. I will do that next turn. Oh no! It has power 4 or greater now. Stop them from playing anything else off the top. Yeah. The only reason I'm doing this is so that I know I'm gonna get 2 more blockers. Yeah, 1 more, why not? Puts them in a position where they have to have it, yeah. The fact that they no longer have the traveling chocobo made it a lot safer because they only have so many cards in hand. Is this on... Oh, it is on attack. So that'll make Tifa pretty strong. Because it doubles, so that'll be 16. I think I could still survive it, though. Ooh, I might not survive. It's 24. I'm at 22, but... No, no, good enough. Yay! It was good enough. Wow, I'm actually really surprised that we were able to stand up to a chocobo deck. You know, mono green. Looked away for 5 seconds. When did I get yes field? That's what this deck is supposed to do. It just doesn't seem to do it consistently. But I don't know, man. Maybe Rally the Monastery was like the missing piece. Because being able to swat down those stupid, what's it called, decks? The green decks that are just everywhere right now. Okay. How many creatures do you have? The answer is yes. I'll keep this. Oh, hey, look, it's this stupid deck. Cool. Well. Sadly, I will need to block, assuming I'm able to, which I probably won't be able to, but I have to at least try. Lol. I'm flooding, baby. Well, next turn they put out a bat and kill me, so... Oh, maybe not. find the bat any faster. Like, I'm probably still dead because I'm just flooding and don't have any creatures, but... How many frigate? Yes, frigate. They know I have it, so might as well. I have 4 copies. I've never had more than 2 at once. So, I don't know if I'm just getting unlucky or something. Got a board wipe in here. Haha, no counter for you. Cool. Sometimes you flood. Sometimes that is what happens. Very interactive game, go much boom, wow. I mean, sometimes that's how it goes, you know? Sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes you flood. Sometimes you starve. Go ahead, remove it. Sorry, that cannot be allowed to stay out. I know what this deck does. It's saying I can take the handle out. And by handle, I mean paddle. You guys probably can't hear the beeping of my bread machine, huh? I don't have anything to tap him right now. Oh, beeping was indeed heard. It was my bread machine. It was like, you can take the paddle out, we're done mixing it. And I'm like, but I'm lazy, and I actually found it's easier to clean if I leave the paddle in. Yeah, it has a little hole in the bread when you pull the paddle out, but it's much easier to clean, and I'd rather have that, so. Yeah, I'll kill your thing. I don't care. Haha. Got another land. You heard it so much you actually looked around to see what was beeping. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if my, So we're gonna try and live here. But probably won't. Gonna at least try though. And that's death. Yeah, I don't know. Something about it is like another fun toy I may consider for this deck. Aurelia's Vindicator. The thing with this is it's like, okay, it's off meta, but I feel like I don't often get to do the thing. Oh, I just remembered. I have, where is he? There's a 1-drop that exiles from graveyard that I thought I had in here, but it seems like I don't. I thought I at least had it in the sideboard. I don't know where he went. Maybe in all the edits. But there is a Survivor card that is a 1-drop that exiles from graveyard. Are there any consistency pieces I can add? I don't know, man. I think this is just not good. Like, and when it's having difficulty putting itself together, I would rather be losing playing my stupid life deck, my Life Mill, than playing the Survivor deck. I think I had this cool idea, oh yeah, I'm gonna have spaceships and survivors and it's gonna be cool and thematic, and it just like doesn't work. Like, I've added all the consistency pieces in the world, you know, there's like, the deck is like half removal at this point, so I can try to have time to do my thing, and like it still doesn't happen. For the most part, station lands also just aren't good. Yeah, too bad I used up a bunch of mythic wildcards to get those. I end up not using my wildcards a lot, so I was like, oh, let me get some of these. I have used the white station land a couple of times to double the frigate, which is kind of cool. And then I have used the green one once to make mana. For the most part, they're in there as no cost ability to tap the cards. So I feel like from that perspective, you would love to do something with Station and Rock Curse Rakasha, though. Station dodges all of his drawback. Ooh, cool. Looks like we're playing Spellslinger. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna try to mill myself next turn, and then the following turn raise the pass and see what happens. That is the current plan. They seem kind of focused on removal. So. Are you going to counter? They are not going to counter. Cool. Exactly. If I draw another land, I can voice and then raise, so that it can't be countered, which would be nice. Have to be an untapped land, but yes. Alas. It is the card that counters my deck. It is the card that counters my deck. Only one hope gone, so that's not terrible. But the nice thing, Super Base, is that even when my graveyard gets exiled, it's like, okay, I will shift my strategy from Raise the Past to try to just make my life total as high as possible, and then just try to deck them with Hope or Space-Time Anomaly. I have 2 Space-Time Anomalies left, and I have 3 Hopes left. Just gonna keep looking. Oh, there's Hope. What is this person's win condition? Can Jace do something to, like, win them the game? I'm just curious. Legitimately considering raising the past right now to get back the 2 cards. I'm just gonna do it, I don't care. Yeah, you're saying you don't like Universes Beyond. I don't like the fact that frickin' what's it called? Spoilers are happening again. What are you exiling, my friend? Voice. Okay. They don't know what my deck does. But I guess they figure Voice will help me do whatever my deck does, which is true, so. What you got? What you got plotted? Monument to an... Ah! That's their win condition. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, okay. Alright. 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 Okay. Let's, get a scryty scry. this distracts them? I needed this a turn sooner. One turn sooner. Oh wait, they didn't do the thing. Oh, I thought they were gonna discard. They didn't. Oh, I should have swung first. Oh, I could have billed them for 3 extra. Why? I panicked. I thought that this was gonna be, Dude, they could have like 1 card left in library right now, because I panicked. But I do have the hope next. Yeah. They're on such limited resources, they just might not be able to kill me. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna lose, what is it, 12 life? I can take 12. See, I thought, when they made those copies, I thought they were gonna discard right then, and they didn't. So that's why I was, like, lamenting, and then I was like, oh, panicking, because what now? I have to at least try. They might be able to kill it, but I have to at least try. Trigger to stack. Going out on their own terms. I can respect it. He couldn't quite finish me. He could get me to 2. Yeah. Wheel, I am going to take an ad break. And then I guess I can play a little more standard, maybe. He wasn't going out on his terms. He was trying something. But he didn't have any cards left to draw. He's hoping the meringue being back in the deck invalidated the deck out. Oh. Interesting. Universe Beyond does bring people in, but you're taking away the setting that made the game in the first place. Because after you cast it, it shuffles in. I understand. I understand. Yeah, he was hoping to draw that card at the start, but it did not work out. The problem was that the card itself required him to draw, and he was already empty. I shall BRB. Ooh. Wyatt and Super Bass having interesting conversation during the ad break about the Universes Beyond problem. Super Bass is saying, you know, we're talking about a game that started as a D&D setting, which is true. Magic started as a game to, like, play on the side while waiting for the Dungeon Master to come back to your group. Wyatt was saying, my concerns with Wizards, they seem to be focusing less on the actual lore that they themselves created in exchange for profits and notoriety. But at the same time, they hit their characters people grew up with. You hate to see characters people grew up with, the game you love, see in the trash. You wouldn't have a problem if Wizards split stuff up evenly, but lately it's been Universe Beyond all the time. And Sugure says, this is a thing Wizards has done for a while. Major plot, take a break for a year or two, then back to a big new story, then break again. And White's saying, basically, it's too much too quick, that's all I'm saying. Our first visit to Eldraine was cool down from major plot. And Sugure says, absolutely, they should slow down with the standard releases. But the issue isn't the Universe Beyond, it's the schedule they are being released to. And internally, you know they are trying to double dip. They want to cash grab some of the requested IPs, but they don't want to wear out the idea so that people don't request it again. And Wyatt says, I just feel like a bit throwing the baby out with the bathwater here. You want all these other franchises, which I can understand, profitable, brings people in. At the same time, there's money investing in the ideas you already have. Wizards sacrificing health of the game for profit. What blasphemous thoughts? That never happened. So they seem to be in agreement on there. And Sugure says that they do want it to wear out. They want the game... Well, that might have been Wyatt who was saying that, but I'm not sure when he said it. Now, forgive me while I take a handful of French vanillas that are promoted to Mythic, purely because of rate. They want to make their money and then never have to do it again. See, I don't like how many sets are coming out per year. It's too much. I'm not able... Like, they're already doing Avatar spoilers. Let Edge of Eternities breathe, man. It's been like 2 weeks. Too much. Aw, Wyatt says, sorry if the conversation got a little too heated. I don't think it was heated, it was just a lively debate. Nobody said anything mean. And we're less than 90 days out from Final Fantasy. Like, it's just, the rate is too fast. It's too fast, man. I was considering buying the Edge of Eternity's commander decks because they seemed interesting. And again, I kind of like the whole space opera thing. But I decided against it. I bought some yoga decks instead. This raid is so extreme, Wizards wants to push it to Mythic and drop the legendary tag. I think that's a joke. I think I get it. One of the biggest examples of Wizards doesn't care ever. I'm just gonna gain a bunch of life and mill them directly. Because I've got 2. I'm just gonna attack them directly. Or, you know, their library directly. Oh yeah, I remember the Voice of Resurgence issue. And it was supposed to be a legendary, but then they were like, nah, we're gonna push it to Mythic. I think you've told me this story before. Putting everything into Universe Beyond, not looking at the original, when there could be a 50-50 split. I think it is 50-50, actually, but you have told me this story before. They did mill their self, so this might be dangerous, but I think I can kill them in like another turn, so They can't do much reanimation if they're dead. That's okay. Why it says you hear a rumor that specific thing also happened with Companion as well. Companion would have been fine if they weren't hybrid mana. Make them actually 2 colors. They were a little too easy to cast. I'm internally squealing with joy that I milled a Yuna deck to death. I'm just really happy about that. You believe none of the BS with Oko? They knew. You think they knew? In a 3-month span, they released 4 3-mana walkers with 4 loyalty. And 3 of them ended up being problems. I have a feeling we're going to see Sephiroth. But maybe not yet. Again, question of do I just mill them directly? And I think the answer is yes. Now that I have the double space time. Good one. I may have gotten got. We did not know about the Starscape clerics. I thought this was a Sephiroth deck. I was wrong. It was a enter the battlefield Lifegain deck. Alas. Guess I should have milled myself. Something using the penance stare on spawn. What's that? Whew. No. I do not know the penance stare. Is that a pop culture thing? Or something in Magic? Yeah, I definitely thought that that was like the Sephiroth sacrifice, bring stuff back, and kill it again deck. But it wasn't. It was much more similar to my deck than I realized. Daredevil's ultimate technique. He basically tears you apart by making you relive every sin you've ever done. Oh. Fun. But Spawn's whole deal, he gets more powerful the more sin he experiences. Ah. I'm in danger. I'm in danger. It's okay, I got the sculpting blast, I'm fine. I'm fine. Whew. Oh, it was Ghost Rider and not Daredevil. I see. Forgive you for mixing up your red-faced, edgy Marvel superheroes. It makes more sense for Ghost Rider. For sure. Though what I know about Ghost Rider, I only know from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That desculpting blast seems to have ruined their entire career. Ghost Rider is one of those heroes they have to use sparingly because of how innately powerful he is, yeah. When what he's actually doing, while he's staring at you is melting your soul from the inside out. And what is he melting it with? Fire? Magic? Is divine and demonic power separate from magic in Marvel? You know, now it's interesting with the MCU. Spoilers if you have not watched Ironheart yet. It was like over a month ago, so I feel like it's safe to talk about. But now that they have introduced Mephisto, Marvel rules will rewrite to whoever's telling the story. Ah. Do I know what an aspect is? Like, aspect of the demon? Aspect represents primordial forces that make up the laws of the universe. It seems very funny to me to just hit them with the multiple space-time anomalies, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, he's gonna have Threshold, alright. He is gonna have Threshold. unless I get rid of him, which I will now do. I'm just going to try and raise my life total a bit for as long as I can. I figure hope is eventually going to get removed, but after that I can do, like right now, for instance. Dangerous, but we're gonna do it. They already have a threshold, so. I could actually do it again. Would I live? Would well, yeah. Now I have a sculpting blast, so yeah, I'm gonna do it again. He has one card left. Oh, Valgavoth, I'm so scared. I'm sorry, you guys are talking about aspects over here. Good luck drawing from the deck you don't have. Aspects represent primordial forces that make up the laws of the universe. Ghost Rider is possessed by the aspect of vengeance. Basically, every couple of years, these big comic book companies will go after all the stuff we wrote before it isn't canon, but the new stuff that we released 5 seconds ago is canon. Meanwhile, aspects are being so immense they can reshape their power cosmic to fit their needs, but that power is balanced by the fact that they are wholly tunnel-visioned on their goal. The spirit possessing Ghost Rider is Zarathos, who, funny enough, was bound to service by Mephisto. And in multiple canons, the reason Mephisto isn't a center player is that, even bound, Zarathos overpowered him. Stan Lee wants people to write new canons. I mean, his spirit does, perhaps? So, like, eternity is an aspect? And maybe death? He has a clause in his contract that's still enforced beyond his death, tells Marvel to not go after fanfic writers. Nice. Galactus as well is an aspect. Well, I guess that's why they're figuring they're gonna reboot the MCU after this whole business. The only time Marvel can is if people seek to profit from existing IPs, but if it's non-profit, hands are tied. Don't like that very much. I'm still going to do this. And we're just going to hold. Not the hero we wanted, but the hero we deserved. Do I I sacrifice Voice of Victory right now in order to get 4 more life? I think the answer is yes. They seem unlikely to have counterspells. When someone first tweeted the idea of a gay Peter Parker, Stanley strongly objected to it and people tried to blow it up, but want people to write about their own Spider-Man. Love hearing stories of a gay Spider-Man, just not a gay Peter Parker. Seems legit. Problem is, it's just going to come back even bigger. It was a very tasteful take on the entire thing. Given I can't block, I will swing. But pretty sure I'm dead. Perhaps I survive through the power of bluffing. I have somehow survived. No, 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 have not survived. Because my creature cannot block. So it is still exact lethal. Survivant. I thought for a second they were not going to swing that poison dart frog, but then they decided to. How many cards were in their deck? 20. I only milled them the one time. There's 20 something in their graveyard and 20 in their deck. So it probably was 60 card. Just a little time. Just a little something else instead. Just a little time. Just a little something up ahead I'm dreaming of. Being human. Just a little time. Just a little something that I need. Just a little time. Just a little feeling gaining speed I'm dreaming of. Going, going, going somewhere new. Dreaming, 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 being human. What is this person doing? What is this? I don't understand. They have like 6 mana and they didn't do anything. What is going on? Okay, sure. Yeah. I think it's time we go aggro. Not gonna lie, I kind of forgot about the 3 damage to all the creatures thing. Kind of forgot about that. But maybe we'll get Erase the Past. we gotta land. Unfortunate. I'm pretty tired. I think I'm just gonna stop. Sorry, I'm not really doing much today. Let's see if there's somebody at this early hour that we can raid. Looks like Fear on Burgundy is doing some Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. So we'll go ahead and set up that raid. I'm gonna go lay down. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Please be sure to stay safe and have a good one.